Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on your mat. I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone's background noise. Beautiful. Wonderful. So we're all starting in a reclined position. If you find that a reclined position isn't really calling your name this evening, I would really like to suggest that you do whatever makes the most sense in your body. So if it feels better to sit up or start in child's pose, you can also take any of those positions. Beautiful. So we're going to begin our practice tonight just by mindfully tuning in to this present moment. Seeing if it feels comfortable to gently close down your eyes and begin to turn your awareness inwards. So allowing the distractions of the day and of the outside world to gently melt away. Tuning into our breath and seeing how our breath is right now. So without changing it, just noticing. Maybe it's slow and deep and steady. Or maybe if you've had a little bit more of a hectic day, maybe it's a little bit more shallow and quick. And it's okay. Just tuning in and being present in our bodies. We're going to be working on releasing any stuck energy in our hips and shoulders this evening. So as we begin our practice, let's really calm down and focus on those areas and see if we can tune in and find any areas of tension or unease and just note where they are so that when we move through our practice, as we breathe, we can send our breath to those areas, wrapping them in a loving kindness. And on the exhale, gently giving that energy and tension permission to be released, returned back to the earth where it will be recycled. So from here, let's go ahead and start to tune into our breath. We're going to begin to cultivate our Ujjayi breathing, which is breathing in and out through the nose. And as we work on our inhales and exhales, seeing if we can get them to reach an equal length in and an equal length out. Maybe seeing if you can breathe in for a count of 4, gently pausing and suspending that breath at the top. And then on the exhale, breathing out for another count of 4. And when we breathe with our Ujjayi breath, we want to see if we can kind of constrict the back of our throat so that when we breathe in and out, it almost sounds like the waves of an ocean. Knowing that this breath is going to be with us throughout our whole practice this evening. And if there's one thing that you can truly concentrate on, let it be your breath, because it's what will carry you through the next 60 minutes. And it will also help release any of that stuck energy. If there's one thing I can tell you, it's to release and let be. You are home. And you are your home. Your body is the only house that you will ever truly own. Maybe it's got some broken windows, and there are some tear stains on the floors. Maybe you lack the things you wish you weren't behind its many doors, but there is wisdom on its bookshelves and a laugh to light its rooms. There's a vase upon the table where the love you've grown blooms. Dreams sit on the mantelpiece next to your love and kindness and trust, where you use them all so often, and they have no time to collect any dust. So please don't look at all those mansions with envy in your eyes. There's more that makes a home than appearance or its size. Your body is your shelter, so you deserve to love it all. Don't let the world stand around outside and tell you how to paint your walls. How lucky that you have somewhere to protect you from the night. And if there's cracks that are left from your past, well, then they just filter in more light. So let's continue here, staying with the thought that our bodies are our temples and how grateful we are to have them and the thousands of things that they do for us on a daily basis. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat this evening to take care of yourself, because that is how we truly make this world a better place to be. It starts with healing ourselves. So let's go ahead and take 3 clearing breaths together. So we'll inhale through the nose and exhale, gently sigh out the mouth. Getting ready, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last time, let's make it count. Inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. From here, I invite you to start to feel the awareness in the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Just tuning into those areas, feeling the energy that's present there. And then as you're ready, allowing those sensations to gently filter into the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. Allowing those sensations to gradually grow into gentle movements, bending your fingers one at a time. Maybe inhaling to contract your hands into fists, squeezing your toes. And then on an exhale, gently release, sigh it out. Inhale to contract, squeeze. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, release. See if it feels good to gently allow your head to rock from side to side. Taking one more breath here before coming back to stillness. If you have any props underneath your knees, go ahead and remove those now. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale the right knee into the chest, interlacing our fingers either on top of that right shin, or maybe it feels more comfortable for your hands to interlace in between your legs. Whichever variation you're taking, let's point the left toes up towards the ceiling and root through that left heel, grounding it. And then on our inhale, we're going to gently release that right knee, expanding. And exhale to guide it back into our chest. very gently. Inhaling to release and exhaling to pull it closer into our chest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. Coming to neutral, let's allow some circles to begin in a clockwise rotation through our ankle. Seeing if there's any cracks that we can gently release here. And then as you're ready, let's go ahead and go in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. And then maybe it feels good to point and flex your foot, allowing all that wonderful juice to lubricate all the joints and muscles and bones that are in our wrists and feet. And then coming to stillness when you're ready, we're going to take the left palm of the hand over top of the right knee. And from here, we're going to gently guide it over to the left side, setting up for our supine twist. So it's okay if the knee doesn't meet the floor, that's all right. You can either gently place your left hand on top of that knee or open both hands out in a T, seeing if it feels comfortable in your neck to turn your gaze towards your right fingertips. Coming to gently rest here, let's really focus on our breath, sending that breath deep into our lower belly, expanding in a 360-degree rotation. And as we exhale, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Inhaling to expand. And exhale, pulling that belly button into the spine, seeing if we can completely release all of that stale air. A few more times like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, gently guiding that right knee back into your chest. Interlacing your hands one more time and exhaling the knee into the chest. On the exhale, we're going to release that right leg up towards the ceiling. Once again, rooting down through that left heel, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to either grab a strap if you have one, or interlace our hands behind our leg. So yogi's choice. We're going to warm up our hamstrings here. So if you have a strap, we're just going to place it underneath the padding of your big toe and all the other toes. Wrapping the strap once or twice in your hand. Seeing if it feels good to continue your practice with your eyes closed. Then gently pull your right toes up towards your face. So just finding your edge here. We want to be careful not to create any pain in the body. Tonight's practice is all about releasing. So if you have your hands interlaced around your legs, you can gently walk them up your leg, trying to find that edge of sensation where it's still comfortable, but you can feel the draining and sensation in the back of your legs, the opening. Breathing here and seeing if you can send that breath to the backs of your legs. Exhaling, allowing that release to flow down from your heel all the way into your sit bone and releasing out to the earth. Allowing your breath to guide you here. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Settle in. See if you can visualize all those sensations releasing like a waterfall down the back of your leg. Let's take 2 more breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And on this next exhale, release through the mouth, sighing it out. Let's go ahead and take that strap, putting it over to the side just for a moment. And we're going to transition into our happy baby. So allowing the right knee to bend. And seeing if you can take the palm of your right hand to the outside of your right foot. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can always bring that right hand down to your leg, maybe above the ankle. Once again, remembering to root down through that left heel and just breathing here gently. Seeing if we can tune in with our mind and our bodies, fully present and aware. Few more breaths here. Last breath. Let's inhale together. Exhale, gently release, sigh it out. Allowing the heel of the right foot to return, bending the knee, interlacing your hands one more time, and gently hugging that leg into your chest. On an exhale, releasing, allowing the leg, ankle, and foot to come down to meet the left. Staying here for one moment just to tune into the different sensations that are in between our two legs here. So you might feel that the right side of your leg is a little bit more lightweight and free. Let's go ahead and see if we can balance that out on the other side. When you're ready, inhaling that left knee into the chest, interlacing your hands either above the shin or below, and just tuning in here, inhaling to expand, releasing our grip, and exhaling to guide it a little bit further in towards our chest. So these gentle movements help stimulate our digestion. They also help massage our lower back, releasing any tension there. So never to underestimate these small movements in our practice that really allow us to fully come into our body and release. A few more breaths here. Last breath here, hugging that left knee in. On the exhale, releasing, we're going to begin to go in a clockwise direction with our ankle. Circling that foot, seeing if we can lubricate the bones and the muscles. Remembering that motion is lotion. So the more we move and free the water and fluids in our fascia, the more we can release. All right, let's go ahead and go in a counterclockwise direction. And then see if pointing And flexing that foot feels good for you. And when you feel you've taken enough movement, let's take the palm of our right hand to the outside of our left knee, gently guiding it over to the right, setting up for our supine twist on the other side. So either leaving the palm of the right hand over that left knee or opening your hands out into a T, gently turning your gaze to look over the left fingertip. Remembering that sometimes when we're in these rotations, it can cut off our breathing a little bit. So let's really focus on sending that breath into our lower belly and abdomen, filling up the diaphragm, fully exhaling on the release. Two more breaths here. Last one, nice big inhale. Exhale, let it go, sigh it out. Inhaling to bring that left knee back into your chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. And then on the exhale, releasing that left leg up to the ceiling, grabbing the strap or interlacing your hands behind your leg. You have the strap, wrapping it once or twice in your hands. And seeing if it feels good to gently close your eyes. Remembering to root down through that right heel, pointing the toes to the ceiling. And finding your edge. You have your hands interlaced behind your leg. Seeing if you can walk your hands up as you pull that knee a little bit closer in towards your chest. And staying here to breathe. If you notice thoughts that come up from the day, don't try to ignore them, acknowledge them. And then just like a cloud in the sky, see if you can wish them well on their way as they float past. Remembering to breathe, knowing that you can always come back to your breath if the monkey mind starts to wander and play. Focusing on the sensations that may be arising in the back of your leg. And seeing if it feels good to send that breath awareness to the back of your leg. And exhaling to let it release. Few more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here. Let's make it count. Fully inhaling through the nose. And exhale. Sigh it out. Let it go. Taking the strap, putting it to the side, bending through that left knee, and seeing if that left palm of the hand can come to the outside of the left foot. And seeing if that left elbow can venture towards the inside of that left leg. Or maybe tonight you feel it's better for you in your body to place that left hand on your leg. Wherever you are in whatever variation, knowing that it's not about how far we go into a pose, it's all about the tension that we can release when we're there. So really important to remember to listen to our own bodies. Go ahead and take 2 more full breaths here. Inhale. On the exhale, sighing it out. Cool. So we're going to exhale, releasing that left leg down beside the right. See if you can roll from side to side, from the right side of the hip to the left. And then settle into stillness. Seeing if you can tune once again into the sensations in the legs. And see if you can feel a little bit more balance here. Amazing. All right, from here, let's go ahead and inhale both knees into the chest, allowing each palm of the hand to either come on top of the shin or in between. We're going to give ourselves one more hug. And then as we exhale, flowing over onto our favorite side, curling up into a little ball and taking 2 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. When you're ready, extending the top leg and placing the top hand underneath your shoulder as you inhale to come to a seated position. We're going to transfer to our tabletop from here. So our knees are going to come directly underneath our hips and our wrists are going to come directly underneath our shoulders. Spreading wide through our hands, we're going to move through a few gentle movements of cat-cows. So as we inhale, we're going to allow the belly to gracefully fold towards the ground. Inhaling our gaze a few feet in front of us, making sure our shoulders are pulled down from our ears. And then on our exhale, we're going to begin our movement at the very tip of our tailbone. Exhaling to gently allow that movement to round forward, puffing through the back of the heart and tucking your chin into the chest. Inhaling to reverse that movement. Belly lowers, gaze rises. Exhale, reverse. Once again, seeing if it feels good to close down your eyes. Tuning into the movement of your body. Let's do this for one more breath. Then meet in our neutral tabletop. So we're going to begin to work through our shoulders here. So firmly planting through the left hand, we're going to inhale the right hand up towards the ceiling. So opening towards our right. Seeing if we can inhale and really stretch through the tips of our right fingers. As we exhale, we're going to allow that right arm to slowly flow down, threading our arm underneath the left, bending through the left elbow, and hovering our shoulder and hand just slightly off the mat. As we inhale, rising that hand back up, reaching for the sky. Exhaling to thread it under. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching tall. This time, as we exhale, let's release the arm to the floor, allowing our left hand to either stay underneath the left shoulder, or maybe it feels good to walk your fingertips out, opening through that left shoulder. feels comfortable, you can also tuck your toes, giving you a little bit more stability here. Just remembering to breathe. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. If you had your left hand walked out, let's go ahead and bring it back underneath our shoulder. We're going to inhale, reaching that hand one last time up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing it back to meet the left. From here, with both hands planted back on our mat, let's gently rock from side to side with our hips. And then when you're ready, we're going to firmly root into our right hand and inhale the left up towards the ceiling. Seeing if it feels good for your gaze to follow. And exhaling, sweeping that left arm under, bending through the right elbow this time, and hovering your hand and arm off the floor, following your breath as you inhale to reach tall. Exhale to thread. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Reaching tall through those fingertips. On exhale, sweeping that left arm under, coming down onto your shoulder, and either keeping your hand underneath your shoulder or walking it out in front of you. The yogi's choice. Breathing here for 3 full rounds of deep, beautiful breaths. Breathing in fresh pranayama and life force, allowing it to circulate through our body, gathering up any stuck energy or waste that we no longer need, letting it out on the exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale to release. Beautiful. If you have that right arm walked out, let's go ahead and bring it back underneath our shoulder. Inhaling to reach that left arm up one more time, stretching through the fingertips. Exhaling it back down to the mat. From here, we're going to take our big toes together, knees apart, and inhale and exhale to gently sink our hip bones back towards our heel, coming into a gentle child's pose for a few breaths. Seeing if it feels good here, if you want a little bit more opening in your shoulders to come up onto those fingertips. Just rocking your forehead from side to side on the mat. This will help stimulate our third eye chakra, our inner vision and wisdom. And then when you're ready, we're going to plant those hands. Inhale to wave ourselves forward, puffing through the back of our heart, transitioning from our tabletop, tucking our toes, and exhaling into our down dog. So making sure we're spreading out through our fingers, feeling through our thumb and our index. And seeing if we can create a straight line of energy from the tips of our fingers to our tailbone. And then seeing it's totally fine to have a bend in your knees. Wherever you are, just feeling through that line of energy through the back of your heels. And maybe it feels good to walk your dog here, bending one knee and then the other. We've already done some great hamstring stretches, so this should feel fairly good, hopefully. And then when you're ready and you feel you've taken enough movement here in your down dog, let's just come to stillness for 2 full breaths. Inhale. Release. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale to release. From here, we're going to walk our hands back towards our feet into a forward fold. So let's have our feet about hip width apart and a nice generous bend in our knees here. Allowing our head to hang long, feeling that decompression along our spine. Seeing if it feels comfortable to take your hands to opposite elbows and just gently rock from side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to release our hands, bend generously, into the knees, and exhale to come to a standing position, Tadasana. And as we rise, we're going to inhale our shoulders to our ears. And on the exhale, sigh them down, releasing through our back. Taking a moment here in Tadasana to really root down. So seeing if it feels comfortable to gently close your eyes, palms face forward. We're going to take our attention to our feet. Inhale through our nose and exhale, sending that breath all the way down our spine to our feet and allowing that breath to be released into the earth, almost like we're growing roots through our feet, really grounded here. And then turning our awareness to the palms of our hands and seeing if we can feel into the energy there. I apologize, my boyfriend is in the kitchen cooking. And from here, we're going to walk our feet out just a little bit wider than hip width. Our toes are going to point out and our heels are going to be in. And we're going to gently have a micro bend in our knees. Allowing our hands to come just in front of our pelvis here. We're going to go through a little bit of a breath exercise. So as we inhale, we're going to energetically pull earth energy through our feet. Inhaling, bringing our hands up, allowing that energy to rise, and taking our hands up and over our head, releasing it to the universe. And as we exhale, bending through our elbows and our knees, gently releasing our hands back down to in front of our pelvis. Inhaling to pull that energy up. And exhale, release it to the universe. Seeing if you can once again go through this flow with your eyes closed. Feeling that grounding energy pull up through your feet, releasing it to the heavens, and exhaling to pull that beautiful energy back down from the heavens to our pelvis. A few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping our hands raised here. Interlacing the last three fingers. We're going to point our index and our thumb. Taking our feet to hip width apart. We're going to inhale to elongate and exhale to gently allow our fingers to point towards the right. Seeing if the left side of the hip can flow out towards the left. Inhaling back to center and exhaling to the other side. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. And then inhaling to return to center. We're going to exhale, bringing our hands behind our back, interlacing our hands. Seeing if we can invite our legs into a bit of a wider straddle here. Toes are going to be out, heels in. As we inhale, we're going to pull those hands and shoulders down our back, allowing our heart to shine forward, and then exhale to fold forward. Seeing if it feels good to allow those hands to come up. Once again, remembering to listen to your body and only go as far as it feels comfortable. One more breath here. And as we exhale, let's release both hands underneath our shoulders. Heel to our stance a little bit wider or keep it the same. Again, it's up to you. We're going to firmly root into the left hand and inhale the right hand up. Once again, pointing those fingers towards the ceiling. On our exhale, allow that right hand to gently come through underneath the left, reaching for the left heel or leg. Seeing if you can walk that hand, the left one, out in front of you, and turn your gaze to look underneath the left arm. Staying here for 2 full breaths. When you're ready, we're going to release that right hand, planting it underneath the right shoulder. Firmly rooting in through that palm, we're going to inhale the left hand up to the ceiling. Once again, reaching through your fingertips. As you exhale, flowing that left hand, crossing it under, seeing if it can reach either the left ankle or maybe a little bit further up the left leg. Walking that right hand out, seeing if you can just gently turn your gaze to look underneath that right hand and shoulder. 2 breaths here. Exhale, release that left hand, planting both hands underneath the shoulder. We're going to heel toe our feet back to a forward fold. Hanging out here for a few breaths, seeing if maybe you want to take your peace fingers, wrap them around the 2 big toes. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to bend into those elbows. Remembering to keep a bend in the knees so we don't hurt anything. One more breath. And then exhale to release. From here, we're going to transition to Sukhasana, which is a comfortable seated position. So just lowering your sit bones to the mat, crossing your legs however feels comfortable. And we're going to inhale, floating our hands above our head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Allowing our left hand to come behind us. We're going to release the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhaling to elongate the spine and exhaling to gently turn your gaze over that left shoulder. Seeing if on every inhale you can bring that breath through the base of your spine. Inhaling it right through to the top of your head, growing as tall as possible. And exhale to see if you can turn even just a little bit more. On your next inhale, we're going to begin by turning our gaze back to the front, then allowing our shoulders to follow. We're going to switch to the other side. So right hand comes behind us, left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Inhaling to lengthen and exhale to gently turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Last breath here. Let's begin once again by taking our gaze back front, allowing our shoulders to follow after. And then we're going to take both soles of the feet out in front of us and just gently allow our knees to come from side to side. Beautiful. And you've taken enough movement. We're going to gently lower onto our forearms and then onto our spine. When we're ready, we're going to take our heels closer to our sit bones and set up for a bridge. So both palms of the hands are going to lie beside our hips. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring our belly button into the spine. And exhale to gently and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, begin to allow our hips to rise off of our mat. Seeing if we can energetically pull our knees towards one another. So we don't want them to be out. We want to see if we can pull them in, activating our glutes, sending our hips up as comfortable as it is to do so. Making sure we keep that nice curve of the spine in our cervical spine. And seeing if we can take our ribs, pulling them in towards one another. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing your hips to release back down to the mat. We're going to allow the left sole of the foot to come out one step, inhaling the right ankle over the left knee, setting up for a reclined pigeon, otherwise known as a reclined figure four. So we can simply stay here and keep our right hand gently pulling the right knee out. Or if you'd like a little bit more of a sensation, you can interlace your hands behind your left leg, keeping both ankles flexed here, and allowing that right elbow to gently guide the right knee open. And then just gently staying here for a few breaths. Last breath here, breathing in. Exhale to release. Let those hands come out from interlaced behind your leg. Right foot plants on the floor and gently rock your knees from side to side. When you're ready, you're going to plant into the right sole of the foot, allowing the left heel to cross over the right knee. Once again, either staying here with your left hand gently guiding that left knee open, or interlacing your hands behind that right leg. Few more breaths here on this side. Let's take one more big breath here together. Inhale and exhale, sigh it out through the mouth, allowing yourself to unravel, inviting both knees in towards your chest, giving yourself one more great big huge hug of appreciation. And then seeing if on the next inhale you want to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, activating that core. And then on the exhale, fully releasing into your Shavasana. So as you begin to relax, taking your legs out long in front of you, toes out, heels in, seeing if it feels comfortable to open your hands, palm face up, gently closing down your eyes, and taking these next few moments just for you, comfortable in knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And these next few moments are just for you. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks differently, newly born and vibrant. Just for now. On your next inhalation, slowly and gently inviting awareness back into your body. Feeling into the sensations in the palms of your feet, palms of your hands and soles of your feet, and allowing those sensations to trickle into small movements, starting at the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes, and then allowing that movement to gradually expand into your wrists and your ankles. Seeing if it feels good to rock your head from side to side. And take a big breath in. Exhale, release. And when you're ready, inviting those knees into your chest for one more hug of appreciation. Appreciation for yourself, for everyone that's joined us, and for the beautiful cultures and traditions that have brought us this beautiful practice to share. And when you're ready, coming over onto your favorite side, taking several breaths there to accumulate your practice, and then making your way to a comfortable seated position. With our hands on our knees, when you're ready, inhaling your hands above your head, and exhaling your thumbs to your third eye. May you think and know only kind, loving thoughts. Releasing those thumbs to your throat center. May you speak only kind and loving words. And then bringing those thumbs to lay on top of your sternum, gently tucking your chin into your chest, bowing your head. May you feel only kind and loving thoughts. The divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in each and every one of you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. Namaste.